Hello and welcome to the News Bulletin on Goa 365 with me, Amanda Alfonso. Advocate Iris Rodrigues, spokesperson of Goacom, today stated that the Education Minister Babush Monserrat's reply to the show cause notice issued to him by the returning officer of Talegaon constituency, Sabaji Shetty, was vague.
So the whole reply is very dodgy. 14 pages of rubbish, if I can say, is how I term his reply. He has gone everywhere else, but coming to the point, whether he is SSC from St. Teresa's High School, Bandra, Bombay. This is what he has tried to dodge, and this we will not allow. Babush Monserrat has to come out clear and clean. If he has an SSC, it is his responsibility to show the authorities, and that is the reason we say.
It may be recalled that Advocate Rodrigues had filed a complaint with the returning officer, who had then issued Mr. Monserrat with a show cause notice regarding his educational qualifications and had given him a deadline of 6th October to reply to it.
Goacom had filed a very brief and short complaint. Our complaint before the returning officer was just 3 pages. In 3 pages, we made it very clear to the returning officer that Education Minister Babush Monserrat had lied on oath at the last election, stating that he was SSC, when in fact he had only passed standard 7th. Babush Monserrat was given a show cause by the returning officer. He was asked to answer within 2 weeks. The deadline given to Babush Monserrat was expiring on October the 6th.
Speaking to Goa 365, Advocate Rodrigues said that the onus lies on the Education Minister to now prove that he had passed SSC from St. Teresa's High School, Bandra, which the Minister had stated in his affidavit filed with the Election Commission during the May 2007 Assembly elections.
Now Babush Monserrat says that the onus is on me to prove that he has not passed SSC. This is totally false. My statement is that the statement made by Babush Monserrat that he is SSC from St. Teresa's High School is false. The onus is on Babush Monserrat to prove that he has an SSC.
Advocate Rodrigues also pointed out to the false contention of Mr. Monserrat about the duty of the returning officer in his 14-page reply to the show cause notice.
Babush Monserrat says that the returning officer's role is only during elections. Once the elections are over, the returning officer doesn't have any role. This is what Babush Monserrat has to say. This is totally wrong. A returning officer is a returning officer 365 days in a year. Whether the election is on or not, the returning officer has a role to play. That the returning officer has no jurisdiction, this is totally ridiculous. The returning officer has all powers. In fact, I have discussed this matter with the Election Commission in Delhi and with the officers of the Election Commission in Goa. The returning officer is within the powers, and this is the guidelines given by the Election Commission itself, that if any complaint comes to the returning officer of any false information given by affidavit, the returning officer has a right to launch an inquiry and prosecute the concerned candidate in the court of law.
He also said that Mr. Monserrat's statement of not receiving the entire set of documents was untrue.
Babush Monserrat also says that he has not received the entire documents submitted by me, which is totally false. Babush Monserrat has received the complaint along with all the annexures. In fact, in his reply, he refers to some of the documents referred to by me in my complaint. So this clearly shows that the documents are with Babush Monserrat.
YB Tavade, the chief officer of the Margao Municipal Council, yesterday directed the officials of BSNL to remove a tower erected on the terrace of a private residential building in Kolmarod, Naveli, within a week, failing which the council would be compelled to remove it.
We have discussed in details. They have told that why it was required. It is for their need they have explained us. And we explain our concern, what is the stand of our Honorable Supreme Court as well as our Honorable High Court of our Goa is there on such towers, and what is the consequences of bad effects, bad adverse effect as far as health hazard is concerned. I explained them, And finally we decided that we'll give them 7 days time to remove from this locality, residential localities.
It may be recalled that on the 29th of September, the residents of Colmo Road, led by Matthew Fernandez, had called on the chief officer asking him to immediately issue a stop work order to BSNL, citing possible health hazards to the residents, especially since the building atop which it was being erected is situated close to a school.
Tower health malm जी स्कूल हा थिंग तो टावर घालूंक जायना रेजिडेंशियल एरिया तो टावर थिंग येवपा जायना म्हणून आमी तो ऑब्जेक्ट केलो ट्यूबलिंग येयले तेन्ना सीओन सांगलें आमी तांकां परमिशन दिवं ना म्हणून आनी ताबडतोब तेंच्या इंजिनियरान येवन तो बंद केलो टावर बंद करतकीच एट 5:30 सेम डे एट 5:30 दे स्टार्टेड अगेन द वर्क पोतून स्टार्ट केलें तेणी आनीक पावटी सांगलें सीओक मागीर तेणी तो आनीक पोतून बंद केलो.
The chief officer termed the mobile tower as illegal as it did not have the requisite permission from the council. Speaking to Goa 365, Savio Coutinho, ward councillor, said that since the residents consider the tower as a health hazard, the council would stand by the people.
Basically, whatever is not good for the people, it should not come. I believe that. It is a government thing. If government feels it is right, government should convince the people that it is good for the people. If people feel that it is not good for them, it should not be there.
Speaking to Goa 365, SN Gaikwad, Divisional Engineer Mobile, BSNL, said that he would draw the attention of his higher-ups to the orders issued by the MMC.
He has told, but this will be intimated to our bosses, higher authority.
Okay.
I am not the authority to take the decision. My boss will be there in Panji, and it will be decided in general manager level.
The Union Minister of Labour, Mr. Oscar Fernandez, who was in the state, paid a surprise visit to the ITI at Altino Panaji this morning.
The Union Minister was taken on a tour of the institute as he interacted with the students as well as the staff and sought more details about the students enrolled for the certificate courses under the Centre of Excellence scheme. It may be noted that the Government of India, in its endeavour to upgrade the ITIs around the country into centres of excellence, is in the process of revamping infrastructure in the ITIs and introducing changes in the course curriculum of these ITIs so as to produce appropriately qualified and skilled workers with excellent employment and career prospects to meet the needs of the fast-changing economy of the country. This program is partly aided by the World Bank. The Union Minister was also observed trying his hand at some of the equipment in the Institute's workshop. Goa 365 spoke to the Union Minister, who gave us more details about the certificate courses.
Here is a certification course under the ITI, and we want to make it world class. So we are trying to spend as much money as possible for this program.
The Union Minister also spoke to Goa 365 about other initiatives of the department to ensure employability of students passing out from the ITIs in the state and the country.
The initiative that we have taken is PPP model, that the private-public partnership, under which we invite people from the industry to adopt these schools in the management. They are on the management, the chairman is from the industry. 50% of the members are from the industry, 50% from the state government. They collaborate and see that whatever is required in the demand sector, that is given to the students. All the students will get immediate employment. That's what I found out, not only here, in all our ITIs, and internationally also the demand is very much there.